What's up, everybody? We are the DJErhain coming at you this week with another video. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Todd.
Alright, today we're going to be talking about our first impressions of Sword Art Online 2. We've got 3 episodes in, so that's a pretty good point for us to start giving some impressions on this.
And we also actually live tweet Toonami. We live tweet both premieres of both Kill la Kill and Sword Art Online 2. So if you'd like to join us, tweet at us, see what we're saying. We'd love to talk to you guys during our live tweeting every Saturday night. Like I said, during Kill la Kill and Sword Art Online 2. Follow us at the DJErhain on Twitter. We will link in the description, and we'll probably throw something on the video too, so you guys can see that as well. But yes, we do live tweet that stuff. It's fun. It's fun time.
So, before we jump into our impressions here, let's kind of give some background information on me and Todd here. Neither of us watched this as it came out of Japan. For me, that was largely because I didn't watch the first Sword Art series when it came out of Japan until it was dubbed and on Netflix. I am in love with the dubbed cast, so I held back from watching it myself. Not sure if the same can be said about you, Todd.
It's if the dub is available, I'll watch the dub, and that's what I did. I waited for the dub.
So, speaking of the dub cast, really we've got a few new cast members. We have Michelle Ruff and Johnny Young Bosch is in there now too. What do you think of them specifically as their characters, Todd?
I never really had, I guess, a thought about who would be sent on. I never really thought about it, but who better to be a character that tries to stay emotionless than Michelle Ruff? And honestly, I say that as a compliment because she can do it really, really well. Because of, for example, Rukia. Rukia is, for the most part, doesn't really show many emotions. She's fairly quiet, and it's just the perfect fit for her. It was a fantastic casting choice.
That kind of cold and calculated demeanor that she gives off, specifically with Rukia, it really translates well into Sinon here.
Yep, and that's just another big name, to add to this cast. You already got Bryce Papenbrook. You've got the fantastically talented Jeremy Lee. So on and so forth. So it's just another fantastic actor to add to the list.
The inclusion of Johnny and Young Bosch in this was really surprising to me. I didn't know that he was going to be involved in this at all.
I didn't either. Last night when we watched episode 3, I heard, Johnny Young Bosch yell, and I'm like, holy shit, Johnny Young Bosch to the rescue.
Yeah, when I first heard the voice, I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, is that Johnny? I'm like, to Google I go, and, in the middle of the live tweeting, and so, figured out that, he is the poor individual who ended up in the friend zone.
Yeah, and I'm just realizing this now, but hey, it's Ichigo and Rukia talking, I never thought about that last night,
Yeah, that kind of dawned at me after the live tweeting stopped, but
yeah, so let's first talk about how we feel about Sword Art Online. So, like we said, that we have watched 3 episodes so far. That's a good round number to try to, get a decent impression of what the show's going to be about. So, Jeremy, so far you have seen 3 episodes. What are your thoughts on Sword Art Online 2?
Honestly, I felt like the first episode, it was nice. Overall, the episodes are really nice. The only thing that I was kind of hoping is the episodes seem a bit slow-paced right now. And with this 3rd episode, it seems to be picking up slightly. But I was already hoping that there would be some kind of interaction between Sinon and Kirito. So maybe we'll get that in episode 4. But I really, really like the concept of GGO. Having a gun-based world is awesome. And it takes it out of that fantasy realm into more of a little bit something more modern-esque. Because, who doesn't play first-person shooters now if, you got Destiny, Halo, Call of Duty, Battlefield. Everybody's playing those games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice to see that is touched upon with the genre kind of typing in that world, and that is really, really nice. wish that we would see the main characters of this story have already interacted by this time.
I don't mind it.
I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It would be impossible for it not to. I guess I'm just kind of like, let's go. Come on. My mind and my body is ready for this. Let's do this.
As for singular episodes, what did you think of each one individually? Just quick little thoughts.
First one was a little more touchy-feely than I thought it needed to be. Second one, didn't really do a whole lot. We got to see some shooting, and that was really cool, especially when she got her leg shot off. I'm not sure why there was an overly exaggerated amount of flipping that needed to be involved for dodging bullets when you've already, basically lost a leg. And this one, she is really, really scared of people pointing finger guns at her. I mean, I honestly thought they were going to take that to the point where she would have actually, wet herself. She was having that bad of a panic attack. But we also, her mother, I was like, we don't really see much about what happened with her mother after that. So hopefully that will get touched on. But I want to know, did her mother send her away? Did her mother abandon her? What happened with that specifically?
Yeah. It's my thoughts, Sword Art Online so far has been fairly relatively solid. Episode 1 was an ease back into the world, get familiar with the characters again, see how they're doing after they've been going to that special institution for the people who got locked in Sword Art Online. They're just trying to get back to their regular everyday lives. The Death Gun thing was interesting. So episode 1 was pretty good. Episode 2, by far, in my opinion, was the best because it looked the best, it sounded the best, it was super actiony and super cool. So I really, really, really loved episode 2 because Sinon's character inside the game is awesome. I love her design. And
shorts.
Yeah, and the short shorts, everybody loves them, And the action was just great. Episode 3. At least we got to see some backstory on the new character.
Yes.
It's still Sinon focused episode. Not a bad thing at all. I wanted to know. I had heard some whispers or rumors about what her past was. I never really looked into it. But now I figured out what it is. I thought she was going to accidentally shoot her mom, but that didn't happen. So I was relatively surprised. And, we'll see what happens from there, but at least we finally understand who she is. And I do like the build-up, because you can tell that there is, this build-up to when these two are going to clash, Kirito and Sinon. You can just feel it, especially at the end of episode 3.
Episode 2, there was a scene where Leafa and Lisbeth and Silica, I think is her name, if I'm pronouncing it improperly. They're all fighting monsters, trying to help Lisbeth get items, and they make the comment how Kirito and Asuna can't keep their hands off each other, both in real life and in game, and you see them get really depressed when thinking about it. It's like it's all the girls that want to be with him but can't, and it's it's nice to see that this isn't your typical harem where there's not a clear girl the guy is going to be with. It's already decided. Everybody else is just trying to force their way in there at this point, and hopeful that maybe she'll fall off a cliff or something.
Yeah, there's some pretty hard shippers with Kirito and Sinon.
But what do you think of the opening?
I love the song. The person who sings the song, is it Lisa? Hold on a sec. I'll double check. But while I talk about it, I like the song. I like the opening. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you ask? I mean, do you have a problem with it, or do you like it just as much?
I'm just looking for your opinion on it. I think it's a great song. It fits
okay.
It fits, and I actually really, really like the little action sequence that they've got running in there. seeing it, I know this is a gun-based world, but we see Kirito running around with this, lightsaber-esque sword, So
Yeah.
is that what he's going to be doing here? Or...
And that's the thing that bothers me the most, is the fact that he's a freaking female. Ah!
No. Okay. This is what I do know. He's not a female. There's basically this glitch that happens when he logs in for the first time, and it gives him feminine features. But no, he's definitely not a girl.
Huh.
I don't remember all the nuts and bolts about specifically why he looks like that, but yeah, it was an error, and it forced him to have feminine features, which I guess it also makes him kind of envious of some other people who want to play opposite genders, I guess, because it's not allowed or something. I'm not 100% on any of that, other than it was a glitch that forced him to look like that.
Yeah, the person that does the opening is Ear Aoi, and she also does Kill la Kill stuff too, the Kill la Kill opening as well, so she is making quite the splash in the anime community, so, or the anime world, whatever you want to say, but yeah, no, it's a great opening, love it.
Let's, speaking on, Kill la Kill on Sword Art here, let's kind of look at some of the numbers here. Kill la Kill for its first week, ratings-wise, did 1,221,000 viewers. SAO2 here did 922,000. So we don't have a whole ton of difference there, about 300,000 roughly difference. But the numbers are still pretty close. Week 2 for Kill la Kill was 997,000, and week 2 for Sword Art 2 was 946,000. And so we got pretty consistent numbers overall that they're kind of maintaining viewers there. And hopefully that will either increase over time or at least stay consistent. So Toonami will continue to bring out more of these dub premieres.
Yep, because those are the things that are going to keep Toonami alive, or dub premieres, plain and simple. There's no other solution. They have to get something that nobody can get anywhere else, and that is pretty much, in this day and age, the only way to keep viewers.
And it's getting harder and harder for them, considering we have services like Crunchyroll and Funimation's,
Elite Video Subscriber, yeah. Yep. And that's why they've got to really depend on, their partners of Aniplex. They know the original Sword Art Online did well. Aniplex apparently did come to them and said, hey, we know how successful SAO was. We would love to have SAO's English dub premiere with you guys. So, they have got to rely on their, relationships with both Aniplex of America and Funimation, and they just have got to say, every so often you guys got to throw these dub premieres our way, or else we're gonna fail. We're going to have to shut down again. So yeah, that's really the most important thing. So it's very, very good that they've gotten both dub premieres of Kill la Kill and Sword Art Online 2, which are both provided by Aniplex of America. So, and then Dragon Ball Z is coming from Funimation. So they've got a great hour and a half starting off the block.
Yeah, but before we wrap this up, do you have any predictions overall where you think we're gonna end up with the show? Anything you want to speak on?
I know who Death Gun is. It was fairly obvious. And I know a lot of people are gonna complain about that. Like, hey, Sword Art Online's dumb. Look they didn't even make it. It didn't even make it, hard to figure out. Well, to be perfectly honest, it doesn't matter who Death Gun is. What matters is his actions and how he does them. That is the big thing. It doesn't matter who he is. It's his actions. It's something that is conceived as impossible right now. So that's why it doesn't really matter, when they, revealed who he was, or, if they made it, hard to figure out, or if they didn't. Like I said, it's about his actions. So, You know, I like the concept of Death Gun, and you know, I know who he is. And as for the future, I feel like Sinon and Kirito are going to get off to a rocky start, but slowly warm up to each other and become a really solid team. So that's all I can think of right now, because they haven't really given me any more hints.
Yeah, I mean, I do wholeheartedly agree that it's not about whether or not we know who the villain is at this point in time. It is about their actions. How difficult for our heroes can they make it? You know, can he make it? And you know, that's really what it's about. And I really am looking forward to seeing the BOB and how exactly Kirito does in that tournament. I think that is probably going to be one of the high points of this section of the story.
Yep, hopefully we continue to see more gorgeous art and animation like we did in episode 2.
Definitely. So, so with that, we're going to bring this one to a close, everybody. So if you liked the video, please give the video a like. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Your support means the world to us.
Yeah, we talk about everything anime, manga, video game related, and even that weird stuff in between. So, like you said, feel free to subscribe to us to continue to see more of our content. And like we said, we do live tweet Sorted Online 2 and Kill la Kill for Toonami every Saturday. So feel free to, check out our Twitter and, see what we have to say about it. And we will include links to the Twitter and, anything else that we have in the description and probably on the video too. We'll see. So with that, hey guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
See you later.